Hello, I am Carrie and I'm back with another collective reading. So it is Taurus season, which is my favorite season. Why is it my favorite? Well, I might be a little biased. I might possibly be a Taurus. And I wanted to do a special reading, just getting some guidance for Taurus season. Like what should we be looking out for and who's guiding us during this season? So I picked from my Keepers of the Light deck. And I just asked, I was like, okay, who's guiding us right now? And immediately Archangel Michael came out. Love it. Love working with Archangel Michael. And then I just got some clarifying cards for what the message is that we need to be aware of during this Taurus season. So first, before we get started, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love, your light, your support. Thank you for watching this for a second, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that. Okay, so let's get started with Archangel Michael's message. First, I just want to zoom in on this card. It says, trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So I have to tell you all, right before I was going to do this reading, I was feeling so much anxiety and fear. I'm like, where is all this fear coming from? I just literally don't know. I was like, I don't know if I'm releasing fear right now, if I'm just feeling this because I'm about to start doing a reading. But it was just fear and there was no basis for it. I'm like, I can't even figure out where this fear is coming from. It's not founded. But it was like, okay, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do this reading. I just want to get in my bed and curl up in a ball. So if you're feeling like that right now, then this might be the reading for you. Let's just get started here. We've got make a choice and then the Page of Swords. So this, to me, you've seen all these cups. Make a choice. The Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords. Love Seven of Cups because it's like we got all these choices and options. There's all these things to do, but we don't really know what direction we're going to go in. Because it's so interesting, like, have you ever just had so many choices and options and didn't know which direction to go in? And have you ever had so many choices and options and then knew exactly what you wanted to do? And the difference between those two things is knowing, it's like the knowing of what path you want to go on. Because if you already know what you want to do and what path you want to go on, these other options are not going to mean anything to you. Like if you already know, and let's keep it simple. You know tomorrow that you want to go and get your hair cut tomorrow. But if you got friends asking you to go play basketball, if you got people asking you if they can come over and watch TV, if you got people asking you like whatever, XYZ, I'm going to say FYZ. If you people asking you anything that does not have to do with you getting your hair cut, the answer is going to be easy. It's like, no, because this is my goal. I want to get my hair cut. And this is what I'm feeling here in the energy of these cards. It's like make a choice. And with the Page of Swords, we see all of these little butterflies around. It's kind of like thoughts going around in your mind of like, what to do, what do I want to do, what is it? That, it doesn't matter so much as you knowing what your goal is. The options that you see out there don't matter as much as you understanding this is what I want to do. This is my goal. This is my purpose. This is the track I'm going down. Like all of those options could be nice. You could be seeing, you know, oh, if I just did this, then I would be able to go and get my real estate license. Or if I just took this class over here, then I could go and start doing trading and investing and whatnot. But like if none of those things are your goals, then those aren't really options for you. So I'm just kind of getting the energy of you really focusing on what it is that you actually care about and want to do and desire. And that's going to help you clear up all this energy of like, what is it that I want? Like, what is... I've got all these options and which way am I going to go? It's like, no, all of those options are nice, but what do you actually want to do? What's going to be the thing that helps you moving forward on your goals, like your life path, the track that you have been putting yourself, like orienting yourself to. And also I'm getting, especially with this Page of Swords and these butterflies, you might be having a lot of people around you doing a bunch of different stuff. And it's so easy to kind of get like lost in everybody else's things, especially if you're really close friends, and especially if many of them are working to do something and you might be like, you know what, should I be working on this too? Should I be participating in this too? Should I show up for this too? Should I invest in this too? When that's their thing, not your thing. But sometimes you can get a little bit confused, especially if they're constantly talking about it, you're hearing about it, you're thinking about it with them, and they're coming up with ideas. Like, you can get easily caught up into that, but just really remembering, like, no, this stuff is the stuff that I care about and I'm focused on. So that's what I started thinking about whenever I was feeling that fear energy. It's like, what am I afraid of again? Where are these fears coming from? Oh, nowhere. Okay. Well, let's do a reading and see what's popping up with it. And so we got here a 7 of Swords, clarified by the 2 of Wands. This is all about that moving forward energy, because this card says make a choice. If you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do out of all these options you have, which are a lot of options, but again, only a few of them are going to actually be oriented in the direction that you want to go. This is the energy of you really questioning those thoughts and beliefs that I should be doing this, I could be doing that, why aren't I doing this, and why are those people over there is more successful than me? Like this, I really feel that energy of you questioning that and figuring out the best way to move forward. Again, when I was trying to do this reading, I was like, where are these fears coming from? That was me asking those questions. Where are these fears coming from? Is this stuff even true? Is it based in reality? Does it have anything to do with what I'm actually trying to do? Or do I just feel like I'm not keeping up with my friends because they're all in cryptocurrency investing, and I don't know if people do that, but they're all my friends are all going to take a trip to Egypt. I'm not going. I should be going. Why aren't I going? And kind of like beating yourself up for that. But it's like, no, really focus on what it is that you care about, and then take the steps forward to do your stuff. So next time your friends can be like, you know what, I would like to go on the trip with you wherever you're going, rather than you trying to tag along with them, knowing that you have other goals in mind, which is why you didn't take the trip in the first place. It's like, no, these are my priorities. You guys have different priorities, but maybe one day we can have our priorities be in alignment. We can start today. Let's start planning that trip that we're all gonna agree with. In the meantime, I'm gonna orient myself to the things that I truly believe in. Next, we've got the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. I like this because it's like as soon as you decide the direction that you want to go in and orient yourself to that, boom, here comes the opportunity. Here comes you really taking control of your life. Here comes you really standing in your power and doing the things that you need to do to get to the next steps. Like, this is you basically making that choice and standing in it. So, for example, if we want to bake a cake today and we go to the store, we're not going to be distracted by meat. We're not going to be distracted by steak, because you don't put steak in a cake. We are going to go to the cake aisle and we're going to be looking there. And that's where our focus is going to be, and that's where we're going to choose our ingredients from. That's the energy I'm getting from here. It's like, you've made your decision. Today I'm not cooking steak, I'm making a cake. There's so many things in the world to cook, but cake is what I'm cooking. I'm going to go on this aisle. These are the things that I'm going to need to make my cake. And like with this, taking the blindfold off, it's like, once you've focused and oriented yourself on the thing that you want to do and create, aka the cake, it's easy for you to go through that aisle and pick out the things. Like, you don't have to have this blindfold on like, oh no, I'm really overwhelmed by the options in the store. No, because you're on the cake aisle. So there's not any options but cake. So how do you want to make your cake? That's the only question that you're going to have to answer. Hopefully this is making sense. It's like, you're just going to be oriented in the things that make sense to you, that are going to work for you. So you won't have to be overwhelmed by all of these different options that you have. It's like, you know what? I'm not concerned with these other things anymore. They're not running around in my mind anymore. I'm able to now focus on the things that are important to me so that I can start walking forward on my path in these things. And because I am doing that, I don't have to be so concerned again with thoughts of other stuff. And so I can clear up my mind space for focusing on how this cake is going to be made and how I'm going to make it the most moist, delicious cake that I can ever make. And then we've got the King of Cups, 4 of Swords. This to me feels like a conclusion. It's like Archangel Michael saying, in conclusion, if you focus on your own things, this is how your energy is going to be at the end of this Taurus season. This Taurus season is going to be very helpful for you getting to an energy like this, which is so much peace. This is the 4 of Swords card, so it's like the resting card. Mental rest specifically. So you're not sitting there allowing all these thoughts to flow through your mind. You are the King of Cups. You are like, you chill. There's not a lot of things from the outside that can affect you. The King of Cups is in the ocean, but he's on a boat in a big old chair. Like, he's safe, he's comfortable there. Sometimes the ocean can be a scary place, but the King of Cups is fine. He's good, he's straight. And I said all of that to say, I really feel like in this Taurus season, Archangel Michael is coming through and letting us know that it's going to be a really good time for us to get our mind rebalanced and reoriented in the things that we believe in, the things that are important to us. Archangel Michael is kind of saying, like, in the beginning of the season, maybe you want to go through and look through all the thoughts and all the habits and all the things that are stopping you from doing the things that you want to do. AKA, you need to know what you want to do. Maybe write those things down. And then any other thoughts and habits and behaviors and beliefs that you have that are not aligning in you with you doing the things that you want to do with your life, in your life, for your life, that just needs to go. It's time for you to move on from that. It's time for you to question that. It's time for you to, like, change that habit or whatever, however you want to do it, because it's your life that you're orienting. It's time for you to put yourself in the cake aisle instead of just standing in the beginning of the store like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? I want to make a cake. Okay, decision made. So now how do we get there? What ingredients do we need? So I'm really getting from Archangel Michael for this Taurus season, we can be calm. We can be at peace. But we have to allow that to happen, and we have to, set ourselves up for success. Again, this card says, you are safe. Angels, stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to happen. It's kind of like you, if you knew you were safe and if you knew you had everything you needed, then what would you be doing? Would you really be sitting here looking at all of these options, or would you have chosen the one that you know you want and moved forward with it? And that's kind of the energy I'm getting here. It's like a good time for you to do that, a good time for you to trust and walk forward. And we already know that Taurus energy is very, very, like, nurturing and comforting, and also type of energy where you're not going to be moved or swayed too much. Think about the bull. You don't tell bulls what to do. You ask them politely. you bring them food, and maybe they will follow you. Like, you do not test the bull type energy. So it's like, this is a good time to kind of relax and get into flow and to start doing the things that you would love to do, because the energy is going to be supportive for that. Literally, Archangel Michael says, trust in heaven, trusting heaven. Okay, that is your Taurus reading. Not just for Tauruses, but Taurus season reading. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I'll see you all in the next one.